All right, the Detroit Pistons are reportedly interested in Malik Monk of the Los Angeles Lakers. Don't know if the Lakers want to retain Malik Monk, but the Pistons are interested in Malik Monk. Is being reported around the Pistons, around the NBA rumor mill. Let's talk about it. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop a video. So let's look at Malik Monk's uh, contract that just passed over real quick. So he came out of Kentucky. Kentucky. He was the 11th overall pick in 2017. He was one of them dudes that came from Charlotte. He came from the Charlotte Hornets. Didn't get much play with the Charlotte Hornets, which we'll go over that real quick. Remember, Michael Jordan slapped him in his head for jumping on the court and almost costing the Hornets a win. He's just one of them dudes who just never developed. So they moved on. And he got with the LeBron James and the Lakers. He was one of the great fits. He fit like a perfect shoe on your foot. He was an exceptional fit. He was making 1.7, almost 1.8 million last year. So, I mean, the Pistons could be in range. He had a career year last year. He's from Jonesburg, Arkansas, by the way. How did Arkansas let him get out the state of Michigan? So you look at his career history. I don't like him a lot. I was talking about him as one of the potential pickups, but I'm gonna tell you why I think this may or may not happen. But look at early in his career, didn't get that much burn. He had one start while being with Charlotte. That's it, one start. His numbers did creep up. He shot a good percentage from three for his whole career, 36, 38, 43, 43, and he shot a career high 47%. Oh, that's for field goal percentage. My bad. And field goal percentages. And then 34, 33, sub 30. But he shot 40% his last year in Charlotte. But he shot almost 40% with the Lakers last year. So that's good. So he's one of them dudes. He's a shooter. He's a shooter. He could put the ball on the floor a little bit. 2.9 assists, 3.4 rebounds. He's not really the greatest ball handler, but once again, we talk about Miles Bridges. He's only 25 years old. You know, so I mean, if you give him, I think you give him somewhere between $5 to $8 million. Maybe you have to creep up to 10 almost. I ain't sure what the Lakers offer him. I'm not sure if he's a starting caliber player in this league, but he'd be great off the bench. Instant offense, instant shooting. Shot 79.5% from free throw land, so that's pretty good. Over his career, he's shooting over 80%. So he one of them dudes who, he can catch and shoot, give you some shooting off the bench, can handle the rock, get his own buck. He was a bright spot for the Lakers last year. When the Lakers want to spend some money, to retain him is the question. And my answer is, they talking about Kyrie and all that. We got to keep one of these dudes that actually fit. He fit like the perfect glove on his hand. So yeah, he one of them dudes you want to keep around. He can play. So we ever put him on if he want to take a bench role, maybe you want to go somewhere and start. San Antonio, could he start? Orlando, could he start? I don't think so in Orlando. Indiana, could he start? I mean, they got Chris Durant. So I think, probably a reserve role. It's hard for a player of his caliber to accept, but a reserve role, he come off the bench and he had gotten, he might be in the starting five, late in the fourth quarter. So perfect fit for the Pistons. Could score, could shoot it. Don't need the ball to be effective. Can be effective with the ball in his hand. Him, Isaiah Livers. It's a good fit off the bench. You throw Kelly Olynyk in there. It's an immaculate fit with between them three. Him and Killian can play together. So, I mean, I get the fit. I mean, I think the fit is perfect. The question is, do we want to start in this league? That's the question. If he want to start in this league, then he probably gonna look elsewhere to take a less contract. So, I mean, how many stars did he have had this year? Excuse me. So he started 37 to 76 games this year. So so that's a good percentage. But I think, coming to Detroit off the bench, playing a Benny microwave role, that'd be perfect for him, man. And make some good salary off the bench and see how it work out. He gonna play because he gonna get paid. So, but they bench is getting this is shrinking. You think about their bench, unless they gonna trade or get rid of somebody, that bench is shrinking. Because you think about it, you got Killian Hayes, Diallo they brought back, Corey Joseph, Isaiah Stewart, Isaiah Livers, Olynyk. That's 6 people off the bench. That's 11-person roster already. So he might be willing to get rid of somebody. They're gonna buy out Kemba Walker, so we gotta wait on that. So somebody might not be back. So I don't know if they're gonna package Corey Joseph. They picked up Diallo's, or the rumor is they're gonna pick up Diallo's player option, which to me at this point, if you're gonna bring in Malik Monk, that don't make no sense unless Corey Joseph leaving out the door. So we got to wait and see. But let me put this up here before I forget. So apparently, free agent Malik Monk target for the Detroit Pistons. It says Frank Jackson unlikely to see his team option picked up. So yeah, we talked about that. Um, so it said Detroit Pistons added plenty of athleticism in the NBA draft. Jaden Ivey, Jalen Durham. The one thing they didn't have is shooting, and it's definite need for of the Detroit Pistons after finishing last season 29 for 3-point percentage. Malik Monk, 3-point specialist, most recently of Los Angeles Lakers, could be a Detroit Pistons target, according to a recent report. The Pistons, loaded with NBA's most cap space and free agents are expected to pursue Lakers wide Malik Monk, league sources say. So, they need that. So they saying Diallo is likely to return while the team apparently move on from Frank Jackson. B. Taylor gonna be mad about that. He was a big Frank Jackson fan. So yeah, Malik Monk is a guy, you bring in his shooting. Isaiah Livers could shoot it. He'll be healthy in the rhythm this year. Livers could shoot it. Olenek can shoot it. There you go. Monk can shoot it, and 3 shooters off the bench right then and there. Look at the starting lineup. You go K. I think he'll shoot it better next year. With Grant gone, I think you'll see. Sadiq Bey shoot it better next year. You're gonna wait on Jaden Ivey to shoot it better. So there'll be a shooters in the starting lineup. Miles Bridges, he a willing shooter, but he got to get better at shooting if you bring him in. So Malik Monk get him a big 3-point shooting off the bench. 3 big 3-point shooters. Corey Joseph can shoot it too. So, 3 really good shooters off the bench. K gonna shoot it better next year. Bay should shoot it better next year with Jeremy Grant gone. So you're gonna see some better shooting next year. So, you guys gonna have to, improve. But Sadiq Bay should get better looks, better shots. But yeah, I like the addition of Monk. I was saying that when we was doing our little water cooler talk about potential free agents. He's one of the guys I pointed out. Him and Gary Payton the second. Guys like that. But Gary Payton second, he won between $15 and $20 million. Like, man, bro, you smoking crack. So it is what it is. But yeah, I like to pick up. Make a lot of sense. He got some little bit of starting experience. So if you need somebody to come in and start, um, you know, he can do that. You know, so you love it. You know, you love it. You know, so he got some experience. He got some experience. So got some experience starting. He went to Kentucky, so you're good if you be able to get uh uh recruited by Kentucky. So he got some untapped potential at 23 years old. But like I said before, Kobe White was one of the dudes I said they should, look at it bringing off the bench. They both around the same age, and it's hard for, them young players to take a reserve role in the NBA when they've been superstars their whole life. But Lou Williams embraced it. He was a kid, one of the last guys to come out of high school to the NBA. He embraced it, and it's done wonders for his career. And I think Malik Monk is going to do wonders for his career. And if it's meant for you to start, you'll start. Ginobili was a team player, and he came off the bench, and he's still a Hall of Famer, even though most people looked at him as a starter. So, but yeah, if he can embrace that role, man, that'd be perfect. That'd be perfect if he embraced the role of coming off the bench. But but yeah, as long as you get your money, man, he get his respect out there. He get his respect, but he perfect with that. He's shooting. He can, get his own shot every now and again. It ain't gonna stop Killian from doing what he's doing. So second unit meshing up nice. You're gonna have a lot of guys from the first unit that's gonna be playing with the second unit. Like I said before, everybody talking about shooting athleticism. That's what we talked about. But one of the biggest needs for them, one of the biggest needs for them was you know, not just shooting, but one of the biggest needs was bench depth. They lost a lot of games in the third quarter, when the bench came in. They lost a lot of games when the bench came in. A lot of them. So Malik Monk gonna help that. They lost a lot of games when that bench rolled in. When the bench came marching, they lost a lot of games. So now he had the ability with more depth in the starting lineup and more depth on the bench. They're gonna have the ability to stagger some starter minutes and also be able to roll, with the bench players because they're gonna have a lot better quality of bench. You know, so that's just what it's gonna be, bro. They the bench shouldn't. It's gonna take a minute for them to. All this gonna take a minute for everything to come together. All this gonna take a minute for everything to come together. All of it's gonna take a lot of. It's gonna take a minute for all this to come together. So if you're looking for a quick fix, it's gonna take a minute for these young brothers to jail. So I love Malik Monk adding. Let me know what you girls and guys think. Check Detroit Pistons Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live, drop a video. Financially, want to support the channel? Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal description. Check out the NBA Talk playlist. Other than that, check my link tree. Find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. All my information is in the description. Appreciate the love, support. All the link tree is in the description. All that I talked about in the description. But appreciate you. Peace.